What's going on, my juggalos and juggalettes? Last week I made a video, and guess what? I have enough stuff to make you guys another video. Last week I was bitching about how I wasn't finding any games, mainly finding movies, and this whole last week I actually did pretty good, mainly at Goodwill. Goodwill's been a lot better to me these days than the flea market has. I went to the flea market today, found hardly anything at all. But anyways, I got enough stuff to show you guys. Got some cool stuff. So we'll start off with, like I said, most of it's going to be Goodwill. So you're going to hear that word come up a lot. But I went there earlier today. I was talking to some guy that works there. He was telling me about how they got a GameCube inside like a case that had like a lock on it that was donated. So they had to break it open. And anyways, broke it open, got the GameCube, a couple games, nothing really exciting. I seen it when I was there. Decided to pass on it. I'm not really a huge GameCube fan. But he was telling me that there was a bunch of manuals in there, and that they ended up, he just threw them away because he felt like nobody needed them, which I thought was kind of random. I don't know. I like my manuals in my games. And then when I find video games at flea markets or Goodwill or yard sales, a lot of times the manual's missing, so it's cool to have have them just in case. That way I could complete the games. So the ones I got, and actually pretty good games, like Mario, what was this? Super Mario Strikers. These are all, of course, GameCube games. Super Mario Sunshine. Mario Golf. Again, all for GameCube. Sonic Riders. But yeah, he was just throwing these away, and I was like, why not, save them from the trash, because they're just, they're just going to get recycled and never be seen again. And I figured eventually I could find these games and complete them, or give them to somebody that needs them. Rayman Arena, Sonic the Hedgehog, Crazy Taxi, and last but not least, Sims Busting Out. So yeah, that was cool. Those were free. I just asked the guy, hey, you want to grab them out of the garbage can? Because you just threw them in there. And he was like, sure. I was like, cool. Alright, so next up after that, I got a couple strategy guides. Got these at the Goodwill, paid $2. So Zelda Spirit Tracks. It's like a $10 strategy guide, so I thought that was pretty cool. I played this game a long time ago on the DS and beat it. It's a really cool game. It's really fun. But yeah, so it's a cool strategy guide. And then the other one, which is even the better one, which is Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii. Another cool game. Another game I don't have anymore, but I have beat in the past. So it's a strategy guide that I'll just turn around and resell, because I paid $2 and I'll probably get $10 to $15 for this one. So yeah, so those are cool finds. And then after that, we'll go to movies, because I always got to get a couple movies in. So first one is, I don't buy very many DVDs because I've bought so many in the past. I own a lot, and I'm trying to turn to Blu-ray or digital. But there's a few DVDs I'll still buy. A lot of times they're like box sets, like cartoons and stuff. So for example, I bought this, which is Robot Chicken. Season 2. It's pretty cool. Figured it'd be pretty fun to watch. I've probably seen a lot of these episodes, but now I can watch it whenever I want to. And then a bunch of Blu-rays I got. So this is a classic, Major League. That was a Goodwill $3 fine. Next up, The Protector 2, Tony Jaa. I don't know if you guys know who he is. This one's alright. The first one was way cooler. Same with, he's also in Anbach. If you haven't seen Anbach or The Protector 1, definitely watch that. But I paid $3 for this at a flea market. So I figured, why not, the collection. I like me some Tony Jaa. And then they paid $3 for this, which is the remade version of RoboCop. It's actually not half bad. I mean, I do like the classic way better. But this one's decent. It's good for the collection. And then I've actually never seen this, but I heard mixed reviews about it, so I figured $3, why not? Check it out. If I don't like it, I could sell it, give it away. The Lone Ranger, good old Johnny Depp, being a weirdo like usual. And then last but not least, this one was pretty cool, because the guy only wanted $4 for it, which I was surprised, because usually everybody wants the arm and a leg. The Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray, so I got all 3 of them. I've actually never owned these on DVD or Blu-ray, so it's the first time having them, which is pretty cool. I mean, of course, I've seen them all three of them a bunch of times. But now I have like a remastered version of them, and it has a bunch of bonus features. So yeah, $4, hell yeah, take that. And then we'll go, and then you know, I mentioned last week and I think the week before that I've been starting to collect music CDs again, just like the ones that I really like. Because you never know when you can't get a hold of your digital copies. You know, iPad or iPod stops working, computer doesn't go on the internet, just whatever kind of issues you may have. So this is one of my favorites, Sublime's album. The other cool thing is I like getting these because, you know, when they have the manual, especially these music from the 90s and even 80s and most of the early 2000s, they would have the lyrics inside here. So then you know, if you wanted to check out what they're actually saying, because half the time it was hard to tell what they were saying, then yeah, you can just refer to the book. It's pretty cool. And then we'll go to the games. Got a bunch of games. Alright, so another Goodwill find. They had a random CD binder. It said $28 on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyway, it's 28 bucks. So I'm like, alright, what's in here? So, open it up here. And there's a bunch of loose PS1 games. And a couple PS2 games too. So I'm like, alright, let's see if this is even worth it. So I'm like, you know, doing my math, checking it out. You know, I got fairly decent knowledge as far as what these games are worth. And yeah, definitely worth more than what they're asking. So I said, let's do it. So let me show you what I got. See if this will, you guys will be able to see this in the camera. First one, PS2 Thrillville. That's only like a $5 game, so not very exciting. What else? Cars for PS2. Another like $5 game, so again, not very exciting. But then we get Star Wars Battlefront 2 for PS2. Now we're getting a little bit better, right? Almost 10 bucks. And then Spyro: The Year of the Dragon for PS1. You guys can see that. That's probably like a $15 game. So I'm like, alright, now between that game and the Star Wars game and the other ones, we pretty much already paid for this. And then, but we're still going. And then I got Crash Bandicoot Warped for PS1. Another $15 game. And then on the other side is The Amazing Spider-Man PS1. It's another $10 game. It's actually part 2. And then Fighting Force, PS1 game. It's not too expensive. I actually had another copy of it, complete. This one's just a loose disc copy. And quick little backstory about Fighting Force. So I had a buddy named Jeff that I grew up with. That he was a big gamer just like me. And he bought this game. And I remember he told me, he's like, hey, I got this new game, you know, it's like a Streets of Rage, like, side-scrolling beat-em-up game, you should come over and play and check it out. And I'm like, alright, that sounds cool, you know. So I go over to his house, another one of our buddies go to his house, we're all hanging out. You know, he you know, just got the game, so he hands me the controller, I was like, hey, go ahead, check it out. So I'm playing it, and, you know, we're all kind of like bullshit while I'm playing the game or whatever. And I picked this really, like, the biggest dude there is, right? This dude's huge. And he has this move where he just jumps in the air and he just, like, does, like, a double-leg dropkick. And for some reason, the enemies could not block it or anything. And I just went through that whole game and just drop kicked everybody until I beat the game within like a couple of hours of us just being there. And I remember him being so irritated that I sat there and beat this brand new game hella fast with the same move over and over again. I don't even think he wanted to play it anymore after that, to be honest, because he couldn't believe how easily I made that shit look. But yeah, anyway, so I thought it was kind of funny how to share with you guys. So the other game I got was Star Wars Masters for PS1. I'd say that's maybe a $10 game. And then, last but not least, is some Yu-Gi-Oh game on PS1 and a DVD that tells you like the strategies of how to play it, I guess. I didn't really mess with Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not worth a whole lot, but it was in there, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, 28 bucks the whole thing. It's probably worth like 60 bucks because of those games that are in there, maybe a little bit more. And that's usually my goal, is try to double how much money I can make. Alright, so after that, we'll go to my random PS3 game. It's just one. At Goodwill, they had a stack of Guitar Hero games. So I was looking at all of them, and I was looking to see if they had this one, which they did. It's Guitar Hero Smash Hits for PS3. This is the highest valued one at like $10 to $15, so this is a good buy. Paid $3. Turn around, I'll sell that one because I don't have a PS3 and I'm not gonna really get into Guitar Hero. All right, and then I got some 360 games. These were all from Goodwill. First one, Command & Conquer: Kane's Wrath. Paid $3. I'd say it's worth 10. A lot of these are worth like 10. Another Command & Conquer: Red Alert 3, which I think actually goes for a little bit more than 10. Another $3 Goodwill find. Another Goodwill, Operation Flashpoint, Red Driver. I've actually never played this game, so I have to check this one out before I decide if I want to sell it or keep it. This might be a keeper. My goal pretty much with these games is I don't want to try to own every, Nintendo, 360, whatever game. I just want to own the games that I actually plan on playing or that I really enjoyed as a kid and keep those in the collection. The rest I sell just to make all those games pretty much free, which is pretty awesome. And then, like this one, for example. This is a game that I beat in the past. I had it in the past. I sold it back in the day. And now I got it back again. Paid $3. This is going in the collection because I wish they'd make another one. This is one of the coolest ones. Dead Space 2. I love this game. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I want to say it's complete. Yep. It's got the manual. It's 2-disc. Pretty awesome. $3 buy. Hell yeah. They should at least remaster all 3 of them and put on the PS4. That'd be pretty cool. Especially like because the third one you could play co-op. Can you do it on the second one? Nah, just the third one. But if they let you do that on the PS4, that would be pretty cool. And then 2 more 360 games. Why does it not feel like it's in there? Oh, sorry. Okay. Tomb Raider Legend. Gotta love Laura. I don't have this game, so this one I'll add to the collection because I love Tomb Raiders. I've beaten that game in the past, but it's good. One for the collection, it's not really worth a lot. I didn't pay much, so I'll keep it. And this one actually I owned digitally because it was free back in the day for 360, and it actually still goes for a decent penny. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sell it. And this one was actually better than the third one. So it's Mafia 2, which was the cooler out of Mafia out of all 3 of them. Yeah, the third one's the newest one. It looks the best, but as far as story and just things you do, this one was cool. I want to say it's not complete, but it has, both discs, so that's pretty good. Alright, so that's all as far as that goes. And then we'll go to my PS2 games, which are this gets a little bit better. Alright, so first up, like I said, these are all Goodwill, man. I didn't find like anything from the flea market. Alright, so we got Katamari for the PS2. Maybe a $10 game. Paid $3. And then this is another one that actually I used to have that I gave to my friend a while back, but now I got it back again, so this time I'm going to keep it. Resident Evil Outbreak. Pretty cool. They actually got 2 of these, so I got to find the second one. These aren't that expensive of games, and they're not even the best Resident Evils, but I love pretty much all Resident Evils, so I don't mind, collecting all of them. So that's another one add back to the collection. This is a game where I wish they would have made a part 2. It'd be crazy if they made one now, because it's been a while. You probably wouldn't even really remember this game. But if you saw a sequel to this game out of nowhere, I would be super excited. And that would be Black. I remember when I got this game, it was the first time that I had that I used headphones playing a video game. Oh man, the way these bullets sounded and the way the bullet holes looked, all over the place, it was amazing. For PS2, this game was the shit. I'm gonna keep this game. I'm gonna pop in. It's been years since I played it. I want to see if it still holds up. I'm hoping it does, because that game was badass. Here's a game that I plan on just reselling because I've never been a Nataro fan. But it's Ultimate Ninja 3, some fighting game. Like I said, again, I paid a couple bucks. I knew it was worth at least 10, so it's a game I could turn around and sell. Make some money to pay for some of the other stuff that I keep. This is a keeper because I like those collection games where you have a bunch of different games in one. It's pretty cool. So, for example, this one's Capcom Classic Collection. So it's got a bunch of old school games like Street Fighter. What else is on here? Ghosts and Goblins. What else? Bionic Commando. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, Gunsmoke. A lot of cool games that were for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Her on here. So this is a cool find. It was only $3. It's not. It's funny is when I first saw this, I thought this was gonna be worth a lot more, but it's not. But to me, it is because this is badass. It's got 22 games. So yeah, keep that guy. Here's another game that's a keeper. It was really cool. It's kind of like the cell shade graphic style game. I never finished it, so I'm excited to get back into it. Actually, it's a Capcom game, Killer 7. It's actually worth a decent amount of money, but it's a dope game, so I'm gonna keep that one. And then moving along, this one is when I found this game like maybe 2 months ago. I want to probably actually at the flea market, and I sold it for $20. So I'll probably do the same thing with this one because I found this one for $3. It's a cool game though. War of the Monsters. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one. I want to say, yeah, it's complete, which is pretty cool. They make the manual. It's kind of hard to see. Look like an old school like newspaper article. Yeah, this was definitely a good find because I know I can make a decent amount of money off of it. And then another one that this is actually will go to the collection because this is a cool game. I didn't have it. I only paid a couple dollars, and usually it's more expensive, which is Ultimate Spider-Man. I got that one. And then this was a Goodwill buy, $3. It's going to be Spyro: The New Beginning for PS2. So it's not complete. It's just in like a generic box. It's funny it has the guy's receipt. But yeah, this is a cool find. I mean, this is a game that I can turn around and resell and make $10, $15 off of. And then the last two, which is probably the better two games. Another Spyro game, A Hero's Tale. I actually really like the artwork on this one. I thought it looked really cool. I like the way it looks like a painting almost. Might be kind of hard to see on the camera, but this one, yeah, it's complete. This is probably the more sought after one out of all three of the Spyros for the PS2. Maybe a $20 game. So debating if I want to sell it or not, just because of how awesome it looks. But I actually haven't played this one, so I don't even know if I'll like it. I'll check it out. And then last but not least, this was the best game that I found in a while. And it was just sitting at Goodwill, and there was some other guy shopping right next to it. Thank God he was looking for like music CDs, and he had no idea what what video games are worth. I never even heard of this game. I actually looked up the reviews to kind of check it out, and it looks, to be honest, kind of lame. So I'm thinking that maybe it's expensive because it's rare. I don't know. Like I said, I never even heard of it. A lot of times when I see a game that I've never heard of at all, usually I get excited because I'm like, oh, this might be worth something, because most games I've heard of just because, I've grown up since the Atari days playing video games. Anyway, so the game I'm talking about is a PS2 game. It's called Rad. You guys see that? So I paid $3 for this game, and it's complete. It looked like it was like brand new. And I was looking up at eBay, and it was going for like $65, $75. I was like, wow. So definitely gonna sell this game. That paid for basically almost everything I just showed you. It was pretty awesome, You find one game that could pay for all that stuff. Plus, you've seen like half that stuff I plan on selling anyways. So it makes all the rest of the games free. Plus, I make some money. I mean, yeah, I gotta do a little bit of work as far as like finding them and listing them on eBay, and then bring them to the mailbox, and and sending them out. But hey, it makes my games free. And I got an addiction of getting games, and that's cool. That way, at least I won't be freaking broke. And then the last couple things are just like guilty pleasures, stuff that I buy because, I do what I do and I make a little bit of side money. So then I try to use that money to buy me some new games that are coming out, for the newer systems, stuff that I can't just usually find in the wild. So for example, I mentioned to you guys before about like that company called Limited Run that'll sell digital games physically that normally you can't buy at like GameStop and like that. You can only get on their website at certain days, certain times. So they're pretty, exclusive, and then usually the prices, jack up on eBay. So I usually buy my Vita games that way. And I got this one. It's called Fallen Legion. It's a role-playing game for the Vita. I haven't even opened it up yet. But when I decide to play it, I'll bust it open. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then this game just came out the other day. I haven't even tried it yet. I'm actually looking forward to playing it with my buddy. Because it's one of those co-op games. It's called A Way Out. You play as two guys escaping prison, and it looks pretty cinematic. It was only $30, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. I have a feeling it might not be the longest game since it was kind of, cheap, but we'll see. Excited for that one. And then last but not least, this one I paid the most out of all these games, just because a lot of these Japanese RPGs, I like to have the collector's edition and whatnot, because they usually end up going in value, or they got really cool stuff. I'm one of those anime nerds. And that game is Ni no Kuni Part 2. So it's the collector's edition. Still haven't opened it. It's a steel book. Comes with a soundtrack. Comes with like some stickers, a couple of little things. But yeah, thought that was pretty cool. So I picked that up. And that was it. So yeah, I thought that was pretty exciting. I definitely had enough stuff to make you guys a decent video. And that rad game for PS2 was amazing. Like I said, it paid for most everything. I'm gonna keep on hunting. The rain has been really weird. It'll rain one day and then sunny the next, and then rain the next, and it's very unpredictable. So it's been hard for me to really go out and hunt. But I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep hunting. I'm gonna keep finding stuff, and I'll keep coming back and showing you guys. All right, y'all have a good day. Peace out.